grow right here, but found flourishing somewhere else. The seed fell in one place, I tell you, Daphne, not managed or controlled. The wayside. Yeah, a place unsupervised. Are y'all in here?
Amen.
It was carried away. Part of the process of sowing that too often can become discouraging. The seed was good, but deposited in the wrong place brings no benefit to the sower. He gets no return. Wayside. How the good of you falls in places but serves other purposes.
All right.
Wow. Wow.
Come on in. How the good of you. Are y'all in here?
Amen.
I wish I had somebody praying.
Right.
No, now how the good of you falls in places but serves other purposes. Well, when I was dealing with this stuff, I said, wow, God. He says, and don't get upset because it's happened to me too.
All right.
Think about artists who has talents and gifts who don't serve the church.
Man.
Come on. Think about singers whose potential has birthed onto the stage. And many of them don't come from the church. It's a seed in them that was given to them by God, but is used. Everybody singing on the platform, everybody on stage singing didn't come out the church. Everybody ain't a Aretha Franklin or Whitney Houston that came through the church. There are some people who see opened the door for them and created a lifestyle that did not give God anything back.
All right. All right.
So this, see, God is talking about the sower and the seed from experience. He ain't talking about just someone in generality. He said this same thing has happened to me.
See?
Are y'all in here?
Yes.
Y'all ain't gonna help me preach this thing. Are y'all in here?
Yeah.
No. We got to understand the wayside, a place unsupervised, and it was carried away. Part of the process of sowing that too often can become discouraging. Think about the attitude you take when you constantly is giving and get nothing
Back in return.
Oh, you take and give $75 to someone down the street around the corner that ain't doing nothing for your life, and you can't stop by here and say, here, mama, here's $20. Come on. Let's think about the deposits we have made into people.
All right.
And we have said, oh, when they ship come in, they ain't gonna forget me. Come on. How you have sold to help other folks. But the minute they get on their feet,
They out.
Right.
Say that.
are y'all in here? You're not even a thought.
See?
Wayside. And that can be very discouraging because it causes one to get an attitude of, I ain't helping nobody.
See?
I ain't helping nobody. I ain't doing nothing for nobody. So then your ability to help to reproduce yourself and other things becomes shut down and closed up because of the bad experiences you have had by people who you have helped that haven't come back to help you.
All right.
I wish I had somebody in
Right.
here. You got to understand you're a makeup of some of the experiences that life has thrown your way. Some of your attitude about how you feel about things is because how life has treated you.
Say that.
And life didn't treat you that way. The people in life have.
Say that.
You got to be careful of how you will create a certain attitude by seeds that fall by the wayside.
All right.
Come on, all of us have had that experience of pouring out but never getting poured in. Giving out but never getting.
Back in return.
And it poisons you. It makes you feel a certain way. It makes you start acting a certain way. And here the thing it is, the acting is not towards other people. Sooner or later it filters in the way you treat God. Because then we take a certain attitude with God about how people treat us. Come on.
Amen.
Talking about with God, you shouldn't let it happen. It ain't right the way folks are treating me. God says, well, wait a minute. You're a seed. How do you treat me?
All right.
Wayside. Are y'all in here? No. Then some seeds fell in a place stony and grew but had no depths to stand. Some seeds fell in a place stony and grew but had no depths to stand. No depth to stand, Minister Obi. No ability to reproduce itself. Y'all better stay with me. Right. Cannot be fruitful, cannot multiply itself, cannot replenish itself, cannot subdue anything, and will never have dominion over nothing.
Wow.
Because there's no depth in you. No depth. It grows fast, and as fast as it grows, it falls. It's a beaming light one day and dull and dark the next. You know, that's the seed that looks like it has hope.
All right.
Looks like.
Only for time to expose the strength of the hope that really lies in it. Let me tell you something. This seed does not have the ability to build with. It has no ability to build with. Because there is no depth to it. And let me tell you something. Depth is not always how deep down you go. I learned something about a redwood tree today. And I accredit that to Joel Osteen because coming out the door, he was speaking about the redwood tree is the tallest tree in the world. It could grow up to 300 feet. But its roots only go down 6 to 12 feet. Which is even just a quarter, the depth of his root goes only a quarter of the distance down as the height of the tree is. It's 300 feet tall, but its roots ain't but 6 feet to 12 feet in depth. And then 1 inch in diameter, which means it's not a big root. But how does it stand a stone when it doesn't have no depth? It's because what a redwood tree does is its root system spreads out. It intertwines and intertangles itself with all the other red trees that's in the forest. So sooner or later, the root system is built out and not built down. Wow. So that when you mess with one red tree, See, when one is under attack, all the redwood trees in that forest is under attack. There's a strength in the unity of the tree.
All right. All right.
Are y'all in here? Yeah. Where is the strength of your ability to stand? We very well could be attacking the very thing that could give us our existence.
All right. All right.
We get rid of stuff that God knows you're going to need.
Amen.
The devil will turn you against things and people that God knows, no, they're your wheel around the corner. You just don't know it yet. You get ready to have a flat tire and you don't even know. You just throw your front wheel away.
All right.
I know what you need before you even know it. And so what the enemy wants to do is not take a chance because he understands that's the system God uses. God understands what's in every body that helps each one to get to where they need to go. And Satan, who spent enough time with God, was wise enough to understand God's system of operation. So when he said, let me do this, let me turn people against people because I don't know the next person they're going to need.
All right.
So I have Minister Obi feeling a certain way about Sharita, and I have Sharita feeling a certain way about Nathaniel. I have Nathaniel feeling a certain way about Norman. Norman will feel a certain way about Sharon. I'll divide the house because here the thing it is, sometimes the root system ain't by how deep down you are, but how widespread you are. I wish that.
Amen.
I wish.
Wow.
Stony! Some seed fell, the Bible said, amongst stony. In other words, no depth to stand, no ability to reproduce itself. How much are you helps me to become who I am?
All right.
How much do I need you? You got to be careful about that stuff running around talking about, I don't need you. Like you really know the end of your life. You can't even understand the middle where you're at.
Amen.
From day to day.
Amen.
I don't need you. Who's the smartest person there is? Every used person. God's the smartest person that there is. And he still didn't get rid of Satan.
Sure did.
Because he knew he needed it.
Right.
There's some things I need to get done and I need to use you to get it.
That's it.
So I'm not even going to get rid of my enemy.
Right.
Because I might need you to help David get to where he needs to go. Because you have to do something to him that ain't my nature.
Right.
See, I got to use the opposite of me to make him run back to me. So don't let me get rid of you, even though I know who you. See, the thing it is, I know who you are, so I know where to put you.
All right.
Which means I ain't going to get rid of you. I'm just going to know when to use you. And the time that I don't need you, I just tell you to shut up.
All
I
right.
wish I had.